So we've been on the move so much, I've barely had a chance to talk about what we've been up to. First of all, the flight over the Nazca lines was really amazing. I enjoyed it so much. Until quite recently, I was terrified of flying, like to the point where I wouldn't even get excited about holidays. The closer it got to me going away somewhere, the more nervous I would get, just because I feared flying so much. And it wasn't until I actually landed in the destination that I would then start to get excited. But I would, because I love traveling, I would always just focus on, actually when I was booking somewhere, I would always just focus on being there and the fun I would have there and the experiences I would have. I wouldn't think about having to fly. I would just focus on the fun I would have actually going to that place, actually being there. And then once I booked it, of course it was too late then. And it wasn't until leading up to the holiday that I then started, oh shit, I've got to get on a plane. But then I'd done it so much that it gradually got easier and easier, and now it doesn't bother me at all. But I thought yesterday, with the fly over the Nazca lines, with such a small plane, I felt like that would be the ultimate test to see whether or not I truly was over my fear. And yeah, like I say, I loved it. Obviously we had a long wait because of the fog, but it was so worth it. I'm really pleased that we did wait, and we did manage to do it. I get motion sickness anyway, so there was a point for about 5-6 minutes or so where I was like probably that far away from throwing up. Because the thing is, like, trying to like turn to look out the window to take photos, but at the same time the plane was like turning like that, and yeah, I did feel very, very ill at one point. But it wasn't actually just me. Speaking to most of the other people who'd done it, most people were were exactly the same. So, but other than that, I really loved it. And yeah, obviously I've definitely over my fear of flying, because I would definitely do that again. I mean, it wasn't just seeing the Nazca lines, just the actual flight itself. I just enjoyed so much. And then from there, I need to look at the itinerary here to remind myself where we went to and where we've been, where we're going. Yeah, so from that, in the afternoon we went to, let me get this right there, we went to Chowchilla. We went to Chowchilla Cemetery, which was cool, and Jeff kind of showed us a tip, which helped, which was cool as well. Just talking about like using some foreground and blurring out some foreground just to give the photo a bit more depth as well. So that was interesting. And then we got an overnight bus to where I currently am, which is Arequipa. The bus was it wasn't like the overnight buses that I got recently when I went back to my hometown from London to Carlisle. It was much more comfortable. The seats reclined like way back, much wider seats, really comfortable, kind of closer towards like being in business class. So not quite as nice as business class, but more towards that. So that wasn't too bad. And then we arrived in Arequipa this morning about 10 o'clock. Left midnight last night, arrived here about 10 o'clock this morning. When we got here, we had a few hours just free time, and initially I wanted to go out and explore and take some photos, but I checked into my hotel room and just totally crashed out. Wow. 2 double beds just for me. later in the afternoon we went to a monastery, which was so cool. Really my kind of thing, so it was just full of really vibrant colours, which I love in my photography. I'm very much driven by colour, particularly in my street photography. So yeah, that was, I really enjoyed that place a lot. Very much my kind of place for taking photos, just because of the vibrant colours and things. So I enjoyed that a lot. And then from there we went to this rooftop bar slash restaurant to photograph sunset. It was a really nice place, and it had views over, like, guess is the main square, or one of the main squares, and the monastery there, and the light this evening was just amazing. So that was a really cool place to get some photographs from. And the place that we're in right now, Arequipa, so the places that we've been so far, I would say this is my favourite. I've enjoyed it so much. I kind of wish we had more time here, because it's a really nice, kind of quaint place. The architecture's nice, there's a nice kind of vibe about the place, and it's just a cool, for photography as well, it's a cool place to get cityscapes from, great for street photography. Yeah, I'm liking this place a lot, but we are leaving again early in the morning, which is a shame. I'd like to spend a bit more time here. So I've really been enjoying Peru again, so maybe I'll return again in the future, and maybe I'll come back here, because I've enjoyed it a lot. There's a lot to see here, so many things to photograph. If you've never been to Peru, just from the places that we've been so far, I would definitely recommend it. And also for anyone who's into photography, I'd also definitely recommend doing one of these tours with Brendan and Jeff, because first of all, it's just been a lot of fun, and for me, wanting to kind of like get to where they are, it's great just like being able to watch them, just being able to watch how they work and how they go about things, and then getting tips and help from them as well. For anyone interested in photography, I'd definitely recommend it. But tomorrow, like I say, it's a early departure again, and I need to keep checking my notes, because I have like no idea where we're going, what we're doing. But tomorrow we are going to the Colca Canyon, so I don't know, I'm sure it'll be great. Tune in tomorrow and find out.